Good morning. Welcome to this lunchtime, right? Lunchtime Monday, President's Day. Since it's, a lot of other people have the day off, I figured I'd take the gas pedal off myself a little bit and hop on and do a reading. Also, when I was thinking about President's Day and saying the word president also sounds like precedence. So there might be something collective that you're dealing with in terms of precedence. In the law, they talk about precedence as well. Precedence can be very powerful because it can be, right, something that future decisions are based upon. So that might be relative for somebody, okay? Yeah, don't underestimate the power of water. Turn around, don't drown, right? So where we got dumped on in snow, look over the weekend, it looks like some other folks got dumped on in rain, and it caused some issues there. So what does the collective need to know today from the romance angels? I also posted out a little video that I put together of some of the music that I heard last night at a concert. So if you would like to go view that, please do. Okay. So yeah, I didn't really do too much of my hair here. It's kind of like pulled back. I should really take it down for the, you know what I mean? I get nice for the video, right? Yeah. Okay. Who are we impressing out here in YouTube world? I don't know. Somebody, right? I kind of had that moment when I when I was working in the corporate world. It's like, who am I getting all dolled up for? You know what I mean? At a certain point, you stop wearing certain shoes or certain uncomfortable clothes or whatever, especially if you're going to be sitting there working and being uncomfortable. Right? You don't want to be uncomfortable. Your brain doesn't work very well when you're uncomfortable, right? Finances and career. Look at this. The romance angel's telling you. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. This is fascinating. You guys aren't going to believe this, especially since it's a bank holiday. I think I can talk about the bank. The last time I talked to a bank about getting a home loan, you guys aren't going to believe this. This is why I'm telling you, because this is just fascinating to me, because this is 2025. Okay, star date February 17th, 2025. The bank, because I'm a self-employed person currently, the bank told me I would need $1.7 million in assets in order to qualify for a high savers loan. Now, y'all, I ain't out here, I wasn't asking them for no $1 million property. I've been working since I was 13. Okay? Like, what? My first house cost like 60 something. 60,000. Like nowadays, a whole car will be more than that. People think I'm all bougie and stuff. Yeah, I started working detasseling, making barely $4 an hour when I was a teenager, right? Okay, my first house I got on my $15 an hour job, okay, which is more than some people make today, because I don't even know what federal minimum wage is. Anyway, so a collective, I feel like for some of you might really be focused in on this bag thing, okay? Not so much the love. Okay. Tegan, this is a collective reading, so these messages may resonate with you as we go through the reading, okay? But I had to share that figure with you guys because I thought $1.7 million. I mean, that's what people dream of retiring with, not having to have that as a collateral to buy, Anyway, I sent him a message back. I'm like, to qualify for anything, I need that amount? Like, what? But that's the banking industry for you, you know. You know. So, again, collective, don't let other people determine your worth, okay, or your value, okay, because maybe you're a self-employed Uber driver, maybe you can't guarantee that income, but you're gonna make it, you know what I mean? You're not working a job just over broke for somebody else. You're trying to, you know what I mean, have some strides and goals right for yourself. Okay. In engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Collective, while you are working on securing this bag, you might run into this person and become entangled in some sort of engagement. For some of you, you might have even experienced this over the holiday. And maybe it's not engagement, but maybe it's kind of like you were seeing each other, like casually dating, and now you only want to see each other type thing. This could be the one. And here it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So collective, is there somebody that you've been overlooking a little bit? And maybe it's because, maybe it is somebody maybe you're somebody like me that I did not date coworkers at work. The old saying, don't shit where you eat. Okay? Don't shit where you eat. Unless you're prepared to have those conversations. So I'm not saying you can't meet somebody at work, but there may have been something going on here where it's just kind of like, you're like, it's a work arrangement, but really maybe it's like, oh, you two work really well together, right? Maybe you two are good at accomplishing things. Okay. This person being a good team, the zing to your zang, right? But yeah, anyway, the first time I purchased a home, like a zillion years ago, okay, when I purchased my first home for like 60 some $1,000s, okay, I still went through the bank and got a loan, but like my credit was good enough, and like I still have the same good credit now, which this is why I find the whole thing fascinating. So I'm just telling, and at that time they approved me for like $150,000 or something crazy, right? And I was only making like like $15 an hour. I wasn't shopping for anything that expensive. So again, collective, precedence being, yes, you can live beyond your means, but maybe it's best not to, right? um in terms of that. And when I ended up selling it. I could have rented it, but I didn't want to have to manage the property anyway. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. um so collective, the things you've been working on, you could be like, look, I'm not focused on love. Well, but if you're building a strong foundation, right? And that foundation's allowing you to love yourself, then yes, you are calling in the right person. Because they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I don't want to be over at so and so's house that, doesn't have any clean dish towels or whatever. You know what I mean? And the floor's a little sticky, and all these other kinds of things. That's not really where I want to kick back and soothe my soul, is it? Okay. Yeah. Satisfy my soul. Some of you are gonna, I think, kind of like do a getaway with this person. Okay. Kind of like, well, yeah, maybe, but like, maybe you've never been around each other outside of work. So it's like, okay, let's go on a little weekend trip, just you and me, and we'll see how we get along, right? Without all the, without the parental figures, without the work obligations, without the friends saying they need this, without your kids saying this or my kids saying they need that, la 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 la, right? And for some of you, you're going to be like pleasantly surprised. Okay. Tian says, what if you just met this person or just started talking? Okay. That could be, okay. This could be the one, right? There's potential. They say not to date potential, but also don't throw away people that are demonstrating that they have good potential, right? You know, are they living the kind of life that you admire in a person? Okay. So you'll, understand that the more you get to know them, right? Okay. And if it gets to that point, you might be like, hey, maybe you and I need to kind of explore this further, right? I'm not saying if you're not engaged in 3 6 months, write the person off, whatever. No, but if you're not spending any quality time together within 3 to 6 months, then that would be a concern. Then it's like, well, what am I doing here? Right? Sometimes people just like to string people along because they're bored. I mean, so sorry if that happened to you. But the right person is gonna they're gonna want to make time. They're gonna try and carve out time so that they can have you as their little snuggle puss, right? Or or whatever it is, when you get away, again, getting away from, you know what I mean, maybe you're somebody that likes to curl up next to your sweetie on the couch, blah blah. Maybe you're not comfortable doing that in front of whoever, right? That's because that's a couple's activity meant to be done alone. Okay. But again, make sure you can do other things, not just with this person. All these people in the DMs these days, they just want to chill out. They don't want to be seen in public with anybody and have anybody think that they're actually dating that person, right? Or God forbid their wives or girlfriends or husbands and boyfriends see them out with somebody, right? And then they're really in trouble. Yeah, but I mean, people are not blind, nor are they stupid. So, again, the right person collective is going to be carving out that time. Okay. So, yes, and yeah, new love. You could have just uh, begun connecting with this person. Okay, let's see what the Lovers Oracle has to say. Okay. Yeah, love is a funny business at times, isn't it? I am just having that, yeah, that Satisfy My Soul song that's the channeled song today. And he's like singing, he's like, I'm falling, falling, da, da, da. And he's kind of like, can't you see? Don't you believe me? I'm falling in love with you, blah, blah. And there's all those little players out there that like to talk, they like to practice that little spiel, don't they? Oh yeah, I'm falling for you. I think I'm falling for you. Can you believe? All this bullshit, right? But what are the other steps, right? Because if they're stepping away instead of stepping towards, right? So maybe you just started talking to this person, but then it's like, leaving you on red, not following through with plans. Time to move on. Time to move on. And you know what? If they have a good excuse, they'll come back and let you know. But until that time comes, you need to keep moving forward with your life. So that's, again, I think a lot of you got this. Finances and career here. Focusing on your goals, not about maybes from somebody who's not even transpiring yet in your life to be a real person, okay? Um, you know, okay. Whew. Let's see here. What does the Lovers Oracle have to say for this collective? Sorry guys, I gotta turn off this background here. Yeah. Starting to interfere with my... And, you know, I have some incense going here as well as a candle. You know, when you guys do your meditation or prayers or however you want to say it, you know, get into that peaceful zone. And so again, you know, with your finances and career, maybe you're somebody who's now returning to the office, um, making sure you have a stable work environment, or maybe if you work from home, that you have a separate office room that you can close the door so you don't hear so and so yelling or whoever playing in the background, and you know what I mean, blah blah blah. Okay. You know, I've had to close the door on folks many times, be like, I'm working, you know, like, don't bother me till noon. You know, and it's okay to have those boundaries, because you know what, whoever the people are that just lay around and F all the time, they ain't getting nothing done. Okay. And they still got bills too. There's somebody paying their cell phone bill. Am I right, honey? Am I right? Yeah, exactly. I need to hold back my true feelings for you. So collective, this could be somebody else as well, not feeling like they have their career maybe literally like they're on somebody else's cell phone plan, like this is the level that they're at, right? You know what I mean? Like they can't, like, I'm talking about, you know, securing a home loan for myself. This person can't even get their own cell phone plan. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of like that. Kind of like that. Um, so also, if this person is talking to you, don't be so naive to not sense out a certain agenda, possibly. You know what I mean? Because it could be one of those things like, oh, la, 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 talking, talking, talking. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, yeah, hey, yeah, you can drive me over to such and such, right? You're just like, how did I become part of this logistical nightmare? Right? And then pretty soon you're doing errands for this person and stuff, and you're like, what? What? Like, this is, well, if you loved me, you would do this. You would support me. No, if they loved themselves, they would have figured this out a long time ago and not just use you, right? Um, so yeah, collective, whoever you're dealing with, if they're not coming forward as well, I feel like it's because they don't want to put you in that kind of position. You know what I mean? Like they know enough to know not to do that. Whereas some folks from the past, you were like, okay, well, that's a boundary, right? Um, you know, we're not children anymore. I can't do this right now. Somebody says under this engagement, this higher level of commitment. So collective, there might be somebody in your energy that's either ghosting or just does not want to move from the like I said, that casual dating into like a committed dating type structure. Okay. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen for you. Okay. You know, just because these people are in your energy doesn't mean they're going to stay in your energy, right? Because what are they doing with it once they got it? You know, are they satisfying your soul in any way, shape, or form? You know, attention isn't necessarily a good thing, right? You've triggered me. So this could be the one here. I feel like it's kind of like one of these things where somebody's being asked to go back and look and be like, are you sure that, well, what about what happened with so and so? You know what I mean? Where just like maybe that person didn't get the proper chance or attention again. Okay. Somebody could be realizing this and saying that's why they can't do this right now, because it's too much for them to think about, right? Yeah, I think you're just supposed to be keeping an open mind, okay? in your interactions and not placing too much emphasis on what the outcome might be, right? That's why it's like this could be the one. Okay. Like, could you go out on a date? Maybe, right? If you ever you know, talk to them enough to like plan a date, right? I mean, this is what I mean. Let's be honest. Anybody that's been on some of these online dating apps is just like, whoa, what a waste of time, right? Massive, massive. It is dark without you. Okay, somebody feeling like you potentially really are their soulmate here, and saying without you, they're, you know, like you're the light to their dark, the zing to their zang. Okay. And I feel like whoever this is, they feel a little unbalanced without you around. Okay. So again, this might be somebody you already know. This may be somebody who either you or them did not give full attention to previously to explore a relationship. This could have been due to a work situation where you're like, you know what, I don't really want to date people I work with, you know, because if it doesn't work out, then you know how people get petty and messy. And especially in a work environment, you know, you got people running to their supervisors and saying all sorts of crazy stuff, true or not. I mean, that already happens in the community. Like, why F up your job on top of it? Yeah. I don't know where to start. Okay. So, collective, I feel like this person, if they do get a chance to kind of go on this retreat with you, that's what they're kind of be able to unravel. Okay, where it's kind of like, you know, I don't know how to talk to you without talking about the kids or whatever. You know what I mean? One of my past relationships, yeah, when, you know, whoever was around, yeah, we can put on a nice little happy face and everything's working out, right? A lot of people can do that, right? Or in front of the work associates, you can put on that little, you know, face so people don't know your business. All right. Whereas when you get, so it's kind of like, I don't know how to unwrap this in front of all this chaos, right? But getting here, you're going to, you know, that whole world of chaos, right? It's going to start shrinking down, shrinking down, shrinking down, okay? Where you're more easily to focus, okay? And that woodpecker out there is just going at that suet. It's a red-headed, or is it white spotted? He has a red head. There's a little squirrel out there too. Surprised mi perro is not out there harassing. I thought once I got the fence installed, she would be chasing around in the yard more. But she's more kind of like, she likes to stand up at the deck still and just be like, "Roo, roo, roo, roo." You know what I mean? Like, I'm not coming out there unless I need to. Don't make, you know, like your mom be like, don't make me come out there. Right? Because if you do, then you're going to start to get the earful. Right? All right. What else? Right? We got 24 minutes. 24 minutos on clock. What is a clock called in Spanish? Sometimes the same words, it's like, what's the, you know, it'll, you know, and I don't know what it would be like clock, you know what I mean? Something. I don't think I have a lot of Spanish speakers on my live. Oh, look at that squirrel. He's so fat and he's climbing up towards that little feeder where obviously the bird is not still there. Oh my God, I got it. Hang on. Get away from there. these squirrels think they can get away with anything. That reminds me, I got to fix my video camera. Something happened. It could have been snow. You know, sometimes you got to check those things on occasion. I'm not saying anybody came and messed with it, but you know what I'm saying? You got to check those things on occasion. Yeah. Some little Boo Radleys like to be out hiding about sometimes. Yeah. Anyway. Look, she did her job. She's like, she's satisfied now. She's like, I need a treat now. Yeah, you scared him away, didn't you? Yeah. Look at her. Yeah, you scared him away, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. Oh, goodness. All right, let's get some tarot messages on this. I am going to use the kind of our karmic deck here, the Spirit Halloween deck, see what comes through. So collective, what also might happen is you know, like you're going to be off happy and this person's still like, I can't do it. Still same old story, still making excuses, whatever, and you're just gonna be like, okay, fine. You know, that's right, boo, you do you. You do you, boo-boo. And in the meantime, collective's gonna be moving on. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Okay. Because some of you are going to be like, yeah, I can't really go down memory lane with you right now because I'm busy living my own life. You know, that I continued after, you know, whoever this person is that, you know, maybe left you on red one day and never came back, right? You know? I don't know what happened. He went for a hot dog and you know what I mean? I had to get my own ride home from the stadium. All right, good thing I had my Venture Pass in my pocket, right? And my keys, for that matter. You know, the blind faith that folks put into other people, don't expect them to watch out for you. Just don't. No. You know where your phone is. Know where your keys are. You know what I mean? The world of, I'll just let it out somebody else. Well, that's a good way to get yourself marked into doing some stuff that you didn't really want to do in the first place. That's what we call having standards, boundaries. You're mean. You're no fun. You don't want to come out and play. No, I just have other priorities right now. And it doesn't involve watching your shit show, right? Is what you... For some of these people, that might be the language that you have to use for them to understand. You know? Say, I don't have time for this clown show, right? Say, not my circus, not my monkeys. Do you think this person has good intentions? I would hope so. However, you know, without doing a full personal, I wouldn't know what to tell you for certain because of the energy I'm reading currently. 8 of Cups. Okay. So, you know, if this person or you are, you know, and maybe this is kind of the feeling that for some of you, you're just like, look, I'm focused on my bag. I'm not focused on your shit show problems. I'm not focused on you not being able to get on somebody's cell phone plan. I am not. Okay. In fact, if that's what you need, maybe you should go apply at the cell phone store, and I bet they're going to give you a fantastic discount. There's that squirrel again. I just can't believe he's in. You know, so like, you know, this hurt. They might be expecting you, oh, there's the old rag again. Right? Like they're always coming down on me for some, and you're just like, I'm not fighting with you anymore. You know, maybe that is your true feelings. You're like, I'm not saying a damn thing anymore. You want to fuck your life up? Go right ahead. I'm done giving you advice. You know, that kind of thing. Um, you know, he's back. He's so, he must be hungry. It's very cold out there right now too. So, boy, they're crafty, aren't they? He's got both arms on the thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I sent him on his journey until 5 minutes from now. So collective. Also, if somebody's coming back around literally to try and use you for funds or something, they might want to be trying to trigger you or whatever. Feel free to hold back your true feelings about that, especially if they're trying to do it in public. You know what I mean? And prompt something out of you. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can be like, yeah, I wish I could talk to you about this, but I'm going on that retreat right now. I'm going on vacation. I'm doing a deep dive on this creative project. I just don't have time to sit with you and work this out. Maybe you should seek some professional services which you can pay them for instead of coming to me for free, right? Is what you might want to tell them. Okay. So this might be where you're focusing on those finances and career and setting those boundaries again. Saying my time is valuable. My time has worth. Okay. Ooh, yeah. All right. So yeah, for some of you on this engagement thing, you might just be like, yeah, I can't do this right now because I know that you're just coming to me because you want such and such. Or I know it's because you want me to start giving you rides to work or so they don't have to take the bus. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. 7 of Swords. He's very persistent. The 7 of Swords. Yeah. And this says cannibal on it. So like collective, especially if you've been with somebody who's like eating the profits, isn't that always the problem with the drug dealers? They end up consuming all the product. And then that's putting them in this financial dire straits, right? And they're like, oh, I can't level up because I don't have any funds left. Again, is this somebody that you admire, right? Or is this somebody that you might need to be wary of? Okay, so what kind of precedence do they have going on? I know they say like can't judge people on their past, blah, blah, blah. Well, actually you kind of can, right? I mean, yes, every day is a new day, but you lay in bed with thieves, you're likely to get robbed, you know. Did Confucius say that, or is that just right? Standard. And this is the kind of standards collective where people are like mad because they're like, oh, what do you mean I can't? Well, just add me on your line. What's it to you, right? See, that's another way of thievery, but it's like a more manipulative tactic, right? And then cannibalizing it, right? So they're literally shitting where they eat off of your plate, right? Like they're fucking Helen Keller or something. Even goddamn Helen Keller learned not how to act like a freaking animal out there. Mm-hmm. So again, collective, somebody comes around you with some romantic story about how they wish they could go back to how it used to be. You could be like, yeah, I can't do that right now. But if you want to go apply at the cell phone store, good luck. Say a little prayer for you. Right? Just, whatever. Amen. Christmas. Remember when it used to like cost extra money to be calling long distance and stuff? Okay. Just, yeah. And some of these are the same people. Still be like, oh, what? You can't just. They think they're on the party line, family plan. No. It's my party and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. Whoever these people are that are going to come at you with this like expectation that you're going to take care of them, you're going to give them this look like, I don't know who you're talking to, who you think you're talking to. But at this point, you best go get in line. And if you can't figure it out, go hit the unemployment office and they'll help you. You know what I mean? Like, so be like, you triggered me. All right. And they'd be like, well, that's me. I'm the romantic partner. And be like, no, actually, you're not. You know, this is what I'm saying. Like, you're looking for somebody that has their own little kind of like spaceship out here, right? Not somebody who's sitting here on the ground stealing from other people, and you're like, huh? What's that one comedian? Is a home? Especially collective if this person thought you were going to be like so lost without them or messed up without them. It's like, messed up without what? Your lack of common sense, your lack of funds, your freaking dirty D or dirty P that you're spreading your spiritual soul off around to the whole community with. You know, the thing about some of these people that are so lazy to not get their own accounts, and sometimes they have to use your accounts, like when my ex used my Uber account, and then I could see exactly where he was going. Gee, how easy was that for me to look up the property records and see exactly who lived there? And wonder, what is he doing with those people that I've never been introduced to? He never talks about, but it's in the hole. Caddyshack. 9 of Pentacles. Feed my Frankenstein. Yeah. It's dark without you. Yeah, keep it under wraps, folks, just because it's a vacation day, right? There is somebody that wants to get in touch with you, though. Like, these hands, they're kind of like, you know, coming forward. They see you as, you know, you're my queen and all this kind of stuff. You know, just make sure it is the appropriate soulmate, right? Because the thing is, collective, if you're attractive enough to actually truly attract in a soulmate, there's going to be other people in around the circle. Okay. Good or bad. Some of these may just be associates, friends, neighbors, community type thing. And then there's the other types, the petty betties, the jelly nellies, the exes that, it's okay if they move on, but nobody else, right? It's, if you've studied narcissism at all, you understand those types of exes who are not normal. Very, very different than the person I was talking to the other, my seatmate at the show. I was like, yeah, you and so, like, they're, separate, divorced, whatever, but like they get along. You know what I mean? Some people are mature enough to be able to do that. Right. And that's when you're going to be in that type of energy where you're, is it that person? No. That's why, again, you may need to kind of circle around the horn and be like, okay, well, who is actually in my circle? Who is actually rooting? We were all rooting for you. Give it a rest, that whole Tyra thing, right? Who can resist that, though? I mean, classic. This could be the one, but is it really the one for you? Only you're going to know that until you and this person are kind of alone, whatever. Well, that's called dating, right? Or maybe it's like a little couples retreat or something of that nature, especially if you are in actually a committed partnership with said individual. Okay. I'm almost at, look at that, Emperor, Aries, and this Aries stuff has just been, and it's not only my readings, you guys, I do watch some other readers from time to time. Aries has just been popping out everywhere. So, again, with the planetary alignment, we have the moon in the middle and then Mars and Venus on either side, Jupiter. Mercury is joined. I don't know how long that alignment is going to last. Also, okay, let's look at this. Emperor, 10 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So, again, focusing on your finances, building that solid foundation, okay? This might be away from the usual groups of people, all right? And in the meantime, collective, you're going to start feeling more at home. Instead of visiting this place, you're going to get back into your ship and you're going to be like, yeah, let's go here and then let's do this and then let's do that. And that is where you feel at home. Okay. So for some of you, you might have some travel coming up in the future. All right. Yeah. Okay. Also, the Wheel of Fortune ruling planet is Jupiter, so do go check out that alignment. I don't know how much further that is going to last. We have some more like kind of chilly weather and storms coming through, so I don't know how cloudy it's going to be, but you should be able to in the next few days, I would think, see that alignment again, especially before it kind of disappears into our next celestial event, right? So again, if you're not into astronomy so much, maybe you're more into astrology. And I really didn't pick up anybody today except Jupiter, and then of course the Aries message, but the Aries has been coming through big time. Bigly. The King of Wands came in yesterday's reading as well. So that may apply to you if you are a fire sign. You may want to go check that out if you need a little bit deeper dive into some of this. Some of this is connecting to the reading that I posted previously from yesterday as well. So Please do manifest wisely. Thank you for being kind in the chat and liking the video. Please also consider subscribing to the channel. And remember, you don't have to be a subscriber just to like the video or to leave a comment. You can freely do so. But once we do get up to the subscriber count, once that gets up, then I can start doing more fun things with the channel. But that's up to you guys. So until next time, please manifest wisely. Bye-bye.